We're in this Let's Connect series. That is the goal, that each of us would know and realize that we are all connected, that we're all one. And so before we can really connect with one another, we first must fully understand our connection to and with God. Amen? Affirm with me, I am connected to God.
I am connected to God.
Come on, affirm again, I am connected to God.
I am connected to God.
In fact, there is no separation between you and God. I and my Father are one. Amen?
Amen.
And so last week we talked to you, people titled the message all different things last week. But the message was actually called, Can You Hear Me Now? And we talked about that God is always speaking to us because God is Word. And that God speaks to us beginning in the still small voice. And if we do not hear that still small voice, then God pumps up the volume, amen, and begins to speak to us through our fitness, through our finances, through our family, and through our friends, amen? And we talked about those 3 F's on last week. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever felt, and if you ever felt this way, you can raise your hand, amen? Have you ever felt discouraged? Have you ever felt disappointed? Have you ever felt disillusioned? Have you ever felt dismayed? Have you ever felt disrespected, disregarded? Have you ever felt that way? Amen. I know I have. Amen. And so what I want to show you today is why you felt that way. Okay. I want you to understand, and maybe you're feeling that way right now. I want you to understand the process of how we start feeling anything. Disregarded, disrespected, discouraged, disempowered. I want you to understand the process by how we feel this. And I want you to know that we're always working with 3 things. We're working with facts, we're working with faith, and we're working with feelings. The fact is actually what happened. Your faith is what you believe about what happened, which then determines how you feel about what happened. Amen? Let me say it again. We're always dealing with 3 things, and those things are the facts, and that's what actually happened with a person, place, or thing. Then we're dealing with our faith, which is our belief about what happened. And then that produces in us our feelings or our emotions about what happened. Amen?
Amen.
I got a call this week, a friend of mine, she was saying that she had been doing really well on her job, and she got a letter. They called her in and said that we're going to give you 2 weeks, and this is going to be the end of your working relationship with this company. She was a person that drew blood, and that's called phlebotomist. Very good. And so she was like, she was so upset about it. She was so angry about what happened. The fact is they gave her a letter that said she only had 2 weeks. Amen? That was the what? That's the facts. That's what actually happened. But then there was her faith or her belief about what happened. And she believed that this was somehow going to cause her some type of financial issues because of the facts. Amen, somebody. Amen. And so it caused her to feel angry. It caused her to feel hurt, disappointed, discouraged, and dismayed. It wasn't the facts that caused her to feel that way. It was her faith and her belief about the facts that caused her to feel discouraged. Amen. Can I say that one more time? Yes. Oh, yeah. It was not the facts of what happened. It was her faith or her belief about what happened that caused her to feel discouraged. We think that something happens and then we automatically feel about it. But there's something between the facts and the feeling called what?
Faith.
Let me try that one more time. There's something between the facts and the feelings called what?
Faith.
And so she called me up. And she said, "You're my friend, help me." She's been here before. I asked her, "Could I tell y'all this story?" Keisha. And so Keisha said, "You're my friend, help me." And I said, "Keisha, what have you been telling me that you've always wanted to do?" She said, "I want to be a nurse." And I said, "What do you have to do to be a nurse?" She said, "I've got to stop working on my job for at least 6 months to do my internship, to finish my nursing program so that I can become an RN."
Wow.
And so I said, "Keisha, could it be that God worked out this situation for you to be dismissed from your job so you could get unemployment or severance pay or whatever to cover you for those 6 months while you're doing your internship, getting your RN?"
Amen. Yes, sir.
It's not the facts of what happened, but it was her belief, her faith about what happened that produced those negative feelings. So then we went back to the situation and we said, "Let's look at the facts. What are the facts?" And she said, "They gave me a letter saying I only got 2 weeks." What is your faith about those facts? She said, "I now believe that this is an opportunity for me to do what I always wanted to do." I said, "So Keisha, how do you feel now?" She said, "I feel like clapping my hands, stomping my feet, jumping up and doing a dance that God has provided me with an opportunity to do what was in my heart
That's right.
the entire time." The facts never changed. Can I preach for just a little while? The facts never changed. She got that letter that said she only has 2 weeks. But what changed?
Faith.
Can I say it again? What changed?
Her faith.
Her faith. And her faith caused her what?
Feeling.
Her feelings to be different. And so I want you to know that when you feel this anything, it is not about the facts of what happened. It is about your connection to God. Look at somebody in both eyes and say, "It's not about the facts." Come on, look at somebody else in both eyes and say, "It's not about the facts." It's about your faith that determines how you feel. The facts do not dictate your life.
That's right. Yes, sir.
According to your faith, be it unto you.
Amen.
The just shall live by their
Faith.
for we walk by faith and not by sight. Facts do not dictate my life. My faith determines how I feel. Somebody say, "My faith determines how I feel." Come on, affirm it again. My faith determines how I feel. Amen. We're waiting for the facts to change. And God is saying you need to know the truth. What needs to change is your faith. Lord, I believe, help thou my unbelief. What needs to change is your faith. Your ability to pull your good from the heavenly to the earthly. From the supernatural to the natural. From the invisible to the visible. From the intangible to the tangible. That's what your faculty of faith is. Amen. Amen. Look at somebody and say, "You can't change the facts. Change your faith." And I guarantee you, it'll change how you feel. Come on, put your hands together and give God some praise today.